Hello everyone, I am Ritika Zuzgar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So in this video, we discuss about inventory control model. So in my previous video, we learned about one inventory control model, that is economic order quantity. So in this video, we discuss about the second type of inventory control model, that is deterministic and probabilistic model. So, in the deterministic and probabilistic model, the classic inventory model is generally used either to forecast the optimum inventory or to evaluate two or more inventory systems. So there are two fundamental techniques are generally employed by the industries to develop the inventory reserve estimates, and they are the deterministic and probabilistic method. So in the inventory model, there are two fundamental techniques. The first is the deterministic and second is the probabilistic model. So this deterministic model or a method concerns a single based estimation of inventory reserves the grounded on recognized engineering, geological and economic information. And in the probabilistic method, it employs the known economic, geological, and engineering data to produce a collection of approximate stock reserve quantities and their related probabilities. So, in the deterministic, inventory reserve is for engineering, geological, and economic information, but in a probabilistic method, already known economic, geological, and engineering data to produce a collection of approximate stock reserve quantities and their related probabilities. So each inventory is reserved categorization given a single of the prospect of retrieval. So the advantage of this probabilistic approach lies in the fact that by using the value with a bandwidth and modeled by the defined distributed density, and this reality can be modeled better than by using the deterministic model. So here the deterministic model of inventory control are used to determine the optimal inventory of a single item, and when this single item demand is mostly largely obscure. So under the model of inventory is built up the constant rate to meet a determined or accepted demand. For that instance, the contract is received 100 models train and the delivery to be completed in some other month. Okay, so if the given inventory model is built up at a constant rate to meet a determined or accepted demand. For that instance, the contract is received in the January for 100 model trains, and the delivered to the completed by November end. So since the deadline is 10 months, so the trains can produce at a rate of 10 per month. Okay, so this type of problems we can used in the deterministic and probabilistic model. So let us discuss first model is a deterministic model. So this deterministic method based on the assumptions that all the parameters and variables associated with an inventory are known or can be computed with certainty, and that the replenishment lead time is constant and independent of the demand. So there are various deterministic models taken into the account, like purchase model with the instantaneous replacement and without shortage. Then second is the manufacturing model with shortage. Then third one is the purchasing model with instantaneous replacement and with shortage. and the last is the purchase model with the shortage. Okay, so these are the different various deterministic model. So before discussing these models of the deterministic model, like purchase model without shortage, manufacturing model with shortage, purchase model with shortage, and purchase model with the shortage. Okay, manufacturing model with a shortage. Okay, so first let us discuss some assumptions. So firstly, let us assume some variable as follows. So while solving the deterministic model by using these four techniques, so first we consider some assumptions. So R, we are using the R variable for annual demand in units. K is for production rate of the item. CO is the cost per setup. CC is carrying cost per unit per year. CS is used for shortage cost. Q is for order size. Q1 is for maximum inventory. Q2 is for maximum stock out. P is for cost of production per unit. T is for total cycle time. T1 is used for period of production as well as consumption. T2 is used for period of consumptions only. T3 is used for period of shortage, and the last is the T4 is used for period of production as well as consumption of the item satisfying back order. So these are the some assumptions in the deterministic model. So let us discuss first is the purchase model with instantaneous replenishment and without shortage. For the without shortage. So in the case of purchase model with the instantaneous replacement and without shortage, the order of equal size is placed at the periodically interval. The order is equal size in the periodical interval. So the item against an order are replenished instantaneously and the item are consumed at constant rate. So the purchase price per unit is same irrespective of the order size. So here the purchase model can be represented as in this diagram. So in the purchase model we require some time and unit. Okay. So here for the time we are using the total cycle time is what? Over T. Okay. And Q is what? Order size. Okay. So here we have total size T and Q is order size. Okay. So this is the purchase model with the instantaneous replacement without shortage. So here we get the purchase price per unit is same as irrespective of the order size. Okay, so this is a purchase model in the deterministic model. So from this figure, okay, from this previous diagram, following equations can be inferred. Okay, so here the total number of order per year is equal to annual demand divided by order size. Okay, so total number per year is equal to annual demand divided by total order size, and the average inventory. Okay, how to find out the average inventory? Order size, total order size divided by 2. So here we get the average inventory. The next is the ordering per year, cost of ordering per year. So how to find out the annual demand in unit? Divided by order size into the ordering cost. And how to find out the cost of carrying per year? Order size divided by 2 into the carrying cost per unit per year. Okay, so these are the different formulas in the inventory model, deterministic model. So with the help of this equation for the number of order per year, average inventory, cost of ordering per year, cost of carrying per year. So with the help of this equation, the economic order quantity can also be inferred as EOQ equal to root of 2 COD divided by CC. So here COE means what? cost per setup. Okay. D is what? Demand. And CC is what? Carrying cost per unit per year. Okay. So in my previous video we discussed about the inventory equality order quantity. So where we discuss this type of equation, how to find out the EOQ, how to find out the ordering cost, carrying cost, average inventory also, and annual demand also. Okay. So by using this equation, we get the economic order quantity is equal to root of 2 COD divided by CC. Okay. So here we get the first equation. The next part is what? Manufacturing model without shortage. So in this, the suppose we take into account a company which manufactures an item which is required for its main product. Then the corresponding model of inventory is termed as a manufacturing model. Okay. So if we are having one company manufacturing some item which requires some main product, for the manufacturing purpose we require the main product. So then this corresponding model of inventory is called as a manufacturing model. So in this model the shortage are not permitted. Okay. So here the manufacturing model without shortage. So in the manufacturing model the shortage is not permitted. So the rate of consumption of the item is assumed to be uniform throughout the year. So this item is produced and consumed simultaneously for a portion of a cycle time. So during the remaining cycle time, only the consumption of item takes place and the cost of the production per unit is same irrespectively of a production LOD size. So the operation of the manufacturing model without shortage is shown in this figure. Okay. So the overall operation of a manufacturing model without shortage. So here during the time period T1. Okay. So here we have also time and order quantities or order units here Q and T. So here we have the time period T1 and T2. In the previous diagram we have only time period is a T throughout the purchase model. But in this manufacturing model, we have a time T1. So the item is produced at the rate of K units. Okay, if you are having the T1 time, so item rate is a K unit. Per period, so K unit is for a per period. And simultaneously it is consumed at the rate of R units per period, and simultaneously it also consumes R unit. So the production of item is discontinued, but the consumption of the same item is a continued. Okay, so this is our K and R. So total time period of T1 is for K minus R, and here we have a R only. Okay, so here what is mean by R? Okay. So in the previous slide we assumed some variables. So R is used for annual demand in units and K is used for production rate of the item. Okay. So this is a production rate of item and R is a annual demand in a units. So this is for a time period T1. Again we have time period is a T2. So during the time period T2, the production of the item is discontinued, but the consumption of the same time is a continued. So in the time period T2, the production of item is a discontinued, but the consumption of item is a continued. So hence the inventory is decreased at the rate of R units per period during the time period T2. Okay. So in the time period T2, the inventory for the rate R unit is a decreased here. So there the economic batch quantity can be given as EBQ. EBQ means economic batch quantity is equal to root of 2 COR minus CC in bracket 1 minus R divided by Q. So here also where we have CO is equal to cost per setup, R is what? Annual demand in units, CC means carrying cost per unit per year, and K is what? Production rate of the item. So here we get the equation number 2. So here inventory is a decrease the rate of R units per period for the time T2. So here the root of COR. Okay, root of CO, R means what? Here we are using the demand, but here we are using the rate unit, R rate unit. Okay, so here R rate unit is increases, but here for the time period T2 it will decreases. So for the carrying cost per unit we are using the 1 minus R divided by K. Okay, so this is the second type of a deterministic model. Then third is the purchase model with instantaneous replenishment and with the shortage. So in the first part we discussed the purchase model with instantaneous replenishment and without shortage. But here we have a with a shortage. So here, while looking at the purchase model with a instantaneous replacement and with the shortage, an item on order will be received instantaneously and it is consumed at a constant rate. So the purchase price per unit is same irrespective of order size. If there is no stock at the time of receiving a request for the item, it is assumed and that will be satisfied at a later date with a penalty known as a back ordering. So here this model is shown in this diagram. We have the time period is T, okay, constant time period, and we have the order size is a Q, okay. So if here we are satisfying all the conditions of purchase model with instantaneous replacement without shortage, but we have here with the shortage. For that we satisfied penalty called as a back ordering. So here we are dividing this part into the two parts, that is 1 by 2 Q. Okay, so this is a half portion of quantity size and this is a half portion of a quantity size. So here we get the economic batch quantity for this model is a root of 2 COT similar to the first model divided by CC CS plus CC divided by CS. So here we get the equation number 3. Then the last model is a manufacturing model with a shortage. So in this manufacturing model with shortage, we already discussed in the second type the manufacturing model without shortage, but here we have with shortage. So in this, the item is produced and consumed simultaneously for a portion of cycle time. So during the remaining cycle time, only the consumption of item only take place. So here the cost of production per unit is the same irrespective of the production LOPs. And the stock out is permitted in this model and it is assumed that the stock out units which will be produced at a later date. So this operation is shown in this diagram. Here we have the economic batch quantity for this model. So here we have a time period is T1, T2 and so on. And for that we have K minus R, R. So this model is some sort of similar of second type. Okay. But here the some part of the graph is in the form of negative lines. So here we have T1, T2, T3, T4 also. So graph is like this. Q1, and so here we have some order quantity sizes and time. So here the product manufacturing model produces simultaneously data for a period of cycle time. So here we get the economic batch quantity is the root of CO divided by Cc into Kr divided by K minus R, Cc plus Cs divided by Cs. So this is our fourth equation. Okay. Thank you.